Hi everyone, this is Vijay here. Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to record a video in which I'm going to talk about why Clark University. So this video is again planned as per the comments that was posted on the previous videos, that some of you have got multiple admits from multiple colleges, and then now you are in a stage where you need to decide why would you choose Clark University, or what are the positive points if you choose Clark University, what exactly to expect from the universities in terms of your program, in terms of the college itself. So that's why I'm making this video. And well, so what happened is I actually recorded the first part of this video in the morning, and then that got deleted somehow. So I'm making this video again. So this is how the video will go. I'm talking right now. I'll explain what the video is all about. After I guess 5 to 10 minutes, I will share the screen which I recorded in the morning itself, which will talk about 2 points. Graduate rankings, college rankings of your college rankings of the university itself. So that will help you understand where the university stands in the national rankings, and what exactly you should look into while you decide your university. For example, you got an admission from NYU and Clark University, so you can compare the rankings of the universities, ranking of the program, and then you can understand which one is better for you, and that is how it's going to help you. So that is already recorded. Our screen will be shared after a few minutes, and that's where I will talk about it. So first point is college rankings. Second point I already talked in the morning, which is already in that screen video, where I talk about tuition fees, scholarships, and your living expenses, your accommodation expenses, and how much budget you should have to successfully complete your 2 years of program at Clark University. So I'm helping you with this video. When I'll share the screen, and that part you will understand how much money it's going to cost you for the tuition fees, how to understand, how to plan it, and how to budget the whole money wise, and you will understand that when you see the later part in the video. So that's what I've spoken already, and I have spoken how much money you need to stay, like how much money is required for the accommodation, how much money is required for the groceries, how much money you need for your living expenses throughout a month, and then plus that how much money is required for the tuition fees. So you can get an estimation of your whole plan, of your whole like the budget for, let's say, monthly budget for your university here at Clark. Now you can understand that for the Clark University, and then compare all those points, compare all those parameters for your another college, for anything else you have received admit for. So based on these points, you decide whether you need to choose Clark or someone else. So the basic idea is, I'm not going to tell you which university you should choose, because I have no idea about any other university, because Clark University is what I applied directly, and I got admission here, and I came here with my own goals here. So I cannot actually be the one who can tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you the points which you should consider, like the whole tuition fees, accommodation fees, living expenses, graduate program rankings, college rankings, and Alumni Network, which is also in the later part of the video, where actually I'm talking, and I have that video because I recorded that in the afternoon. So later part of the video, you will see me talking the way you are watching me now, but in just the middle part, for I guess somehow 15 minutes, the video I will lost the video, but the screen recording is already there, so you can listen to that, because that is very helpful. Listen to that very carefully, plan your things according to those pointers, and you will understand a lot from that, and it will definitely help you decide whether you should come to Clark or you should go with some other university, or at least you can make a decision. Like, to be honest, the goal of making this video is to help you make an informed decision based on few pointers that is important to consider whenever you choose a university. And I have put Clark's point because I have experience with this one. I do not have experience with other universities, hence I cannot talk about it. So that's what I have posted. And apart from this, just watch the screen shared video. In that, I start from the ranking part of a university. So yeah, watch this one now. Alright, so you can go to the Clark University page, graduate admissions. I think you have been here already. I'm going to talk more about that. There's a page called as graduate rankings, which will talk about graduate programs and its ranking on the university page. So in this page, you can see there are different rankings provided to the university in different areas. Now, when you see Clark University ranking, right? Now, first of all, when you check the rankings of Clark University, US News is the website which provides rankings for every university, whichever you check in the US, right? So in this, you can see that Clark University is at 103 in the national universities, 36 in the best value schools, and 103 top performance on the social mobility. So I'm not aware of that, but if you talk about the first one, so it ranks almost in the top 100 when it comes to the national universities. Which one is the first? I think it's the Princeton College or Columbia College. Those are in the first ones. Harvard College is number 6, I guess. Stanford is number 3. So with compared to them, Clark University is 103. So I'm not going to compare both the universities, but you get the point. So it's that kind of ranking. Now, important thing to notice here is that this ranking is for your university as a whole. It's the ranking for the whole university. It's not the ranking for your program. So if someone says that the university is good, it does not mean that the program is good or the program is also at that level, right? So you should consider which program you're going to apply, and you can check all those programs here. STEM degrees at Clark, because I believe you are a graduate student who is coming to Clark, and then if you're a graduate student, an international student specifically, you would go for STEM subjects because it has its own benefits, and plus I think that's what most of them are right now. So these are all the STEM programs which Clark offers for the graduate students, and I'm sure you fall into one of these things. Most probably you will be in MS in data analytics, or second one could be MS in business analytics, MS in marketing analytics, MS in computer science, MS in finance also, so MS in project management. So these are the more MS in IT as well. So these are the graduate programs that are STEM courses, which sees more of like graduate students coming actually. Check your program if it is good, right? That's the, for example, I'll go for my program, MS in data analytics. So when you talk about rankings, university might be having a good ranking, but it depends if your program or if your department has a good ranking or not. So when we talk about data analytics, IT, project management, it comes under SPS department, so a School of Professional Studies in Clark University. Now again, to be honest, I just spent one semester. I do not know how is the ranking for the department, but in my experience it's good for now. I'll talk more about that. So again, you need to know which program are you applying and how is that program specifically. So do not be lazy to make a research about your program. Look into the program, look into what exactly it is offering, look into the courses that it is offering, look into the curriculum about what it is offering. So again, now when I talk about curriculum, that's what I was telling about my experience. So I do have experience in data science, so I know what things work in industry, I know what thing is required. And if I compare myself with someone who's a complete beginner or who has just graduated, like who has done undergraduation, is coming for masters now, he might not have that much information about what exactly is to be taught, right? And plus we come from Indian education system, which is different than American education system. I'll talk more about that. So now when you talk about courses, if you see relevant subjects or relevant courses in the curriculum, and you can do a little bit research about that itself, and then that's how you can land on the decision if you want to go with that program or not, irrespective of the college. Like let's say for example you have got admissions in NYU, New York University, and Clark University. Check which program are you applying. If you're applying for data science in both, data analytics in both of them, so check what subjects or what courses is Clark University offering, because you can see that on the website, and check what NYU is offering, right? Compare both of the programs and then accordingly decide which one is a better program, right? So that's the one thing. So let's say that you saw both of things of both of the programs, and then you know which one is better for you now. For example, in my case, I chose Clark University. It was better for me, and let's say you go on that decision to go with the Clark University. Second most important thing which you should consider when deciding a university is tuitions and scholarship. Now that is a big factor, because of course you're going to pay money now, right? So there's a page on Clark University website. It's called Tuitions and Scholarship. Whoever is coming, I believe you will get some scholarship for sure, because I also got some scholarship. I'm not sure if I should reveal that, but again, it's very general. I think most of you will get that one. I had a work experience of 6 years, so that helped me a little to get my scholarship. Again, That's the thing, and it is also different for different departments. So let's say if you are someone who is going for marketing analytics or business analytics, which comes under department of School of Management, SOM department. And if you're someone who's going for data analytics or computer science or project management or IT, which comes under SPS department, School of Professional Studies. So both of those different departments have different slabs of scholarship that they offer, right? So it can depend on that too. So research your thing, research your program, and then accordingly make a decision. Talking about the tuitions and scholarship, you can come to this page. Now you need to understand few things. Let's say, for example, I'll take my example. Let's say if you are going for masters in data analytics, right? So to complete a master's program in US, in American university, what you need to do, what Clark is asking you to do, is that you need to take 10 courses minimum to complete your master's program. So what happens here is when you choose masters in data analytics, they do not have set criteria, or they do not have a set number of subjects that you need to do, right? Or like overall, they have not decided for you. They have options. They have given you what exactly they are teaching, and then you have to choose out of that and decide your own roadmap that you want to take while you're pursuing your masters, and then select those subjects and then go through it. But whatever you choose, you have to do at least 10 courses to be eligible to get a master's degree program. So as you can see here, I'm checking masters in computer science right now. You can check anything here. So as you can see, tuitions and scholarship page, you can come here, tuitions calculator, you can choose your program, which is for in this case it's masters, and then you can choose your program. So let's say we'll go with data analytics. So data analytics is my course, I'm doing that. So when I choose data analytics, it says $3,045 per course, and as I said, based on 10 courses, it is multiplied by 10. So to get a master's degree, you have to complete 10 courses throughout 2 years, 1.5 years, or 3 years. The time is not defined. That's the difference between Indian system and US system. Indian system, the college life is decided. Okay, you are going for masters, it takes 2 years. There are semesters, there are fixed things. You just have to follow that. Here you can take break in the middle. You can do whatever you want in the middle. You can take a break from university. But again, I'll come to that later on. Being an international student also, it is little different. Like to maintain your status as a full-time international student, you have to take at least 3 courses, out of which at least 1 should be in person. 2 could be online, 1 could be in person. That's the mandatory thing. So now let's get back to the course. So as you can see, 1 course is of $3,000, right? So let's say you want to complete 3 subjects in the first semester. So you will choose any 3 subject. Every course will be charged $3,000, and then in the first semester you will pay $9,000 to the university for your first semester for 3 courses, right? So that's what's gonna happen. And by the end of your masters, when you complete 10 courses, you will end up paying $30,000 pure tuition fees, right? That's one expense. For your masters throughout the year, throughout the 10 courses, $30,000 for someone who's gonna do data analytics. On top of $30,000, now you have to pay these extra things, which could be one-time fees, which are optional expenses, annual fees, something like this. So let's say you pay semester fees, technology fees. I guess they will charge it by default, and that's one time, because as you can see, it comes under one. Oh no, sorry, it is not one-time fees. It's a semester fee. So I think this will be charged every semester. Technology fees, that includes, I think, everything that is in the library or the labs or anywhere, right? So those are the things. Annual fees, it is charged annually to every grad school activity, which is $40. One-time fees, you pay this one time to the university, which is international student service fee, and then student service fee, fine. And then optional expenses is something that is optional to you. If you want to pay that, that's your choice. Personal, $1,000. I'm not sure what exactly that is. Books and supplies, if you want to take some books or anything from university, you have to consider at least $1,000, which goes minimum. You don't have to do that. I have never purchased anything, and we don't need to purchase anything, especially when it comes to books and supplies, because everything is available online. It's in fact, the professors also give you a chance or an option to just download any PDF of the textbooks, and you can go through it. It's not required basically to buy a books unless you want to buy it. It's your choice, and that's where this is optional. If you want to buy like a hard copy book so that you feel much better when you read like that, it's fine. It's your choice, right? The third one is health insurance. Now, health insurance is something that I would recommend you take. It is an optional one because if you have some other health insurance from US itself, it's fine for you. But if you do not have, do not go too much into deep into it, into researching to save some few dollars. Go to university and take this health insurance because it is always good to have health insurance, and then you have to pay like $2,300 extra with your fees. And I think it is per semester. It's per semester or yearly, I'm not sure. But again, I think they will guide you when you choose these things, but I would suggest in any case, get the health insurance. It is useful. Housing and meals. Now, housing and meals is one thing that I would talk about. It is optional because you can choose to stay on campus within Clark University, and it is very competitive to get a house for graduate students because mostly it is for undergraduate students. So if you are someone who is looking for housing, two options are there: on campus, off campus. I think in my previous video I spoke about housing, but off campus one. So if you choose to stay on campus, I think it is $9,000 for one semester, which is very expensive. It's very expensive, and I think you will be sharing 2-person one room. I think it is like that. I have never went too much into detail when it comes to on-campus housing because I did not prefer to stay on campus anyway, because it's very expensive, to be honest. Now, I will make a separate video about on campus, off campus. I will take someone who's actually staying on campus, and then I'll make a video with him or her together, with sharing our experiences, me staying off campus, him or her staying on campus, and then we'll make a video together on that. So that's what it is. If you're staying on campus, off campus, you do not have to pay this. And if you want to cook by yourself, if you stay off campus because you have freedom to cook by yourself, then you don't need to pay for the meals. Now, what meals is mentioned here is that if you take meal plans with Clark University, because Clark University has its own dining facility, which is called Higgins Dining Facility. So what they do is they do a good buffet system every day, like evening, lunch, dinner, lunch, breakfast, everything. And then if you take a meal, you will pay for every meal, and that you will have credits on your one card, Clark one card, and then you can pay for one meal, go have as much as food as you want, and then you don't have to cook anything, you don't have to do groceries or anything. It is worth it, but I think it is worth it. I mean, I have tried a few times just by paying for individual, like one dinner. It's for one dinner it cost $10, but you can have as much as you want, and they have many options to eat, like from burgers, from salads, from cooked rice, and from everything, desserts, drinks, everything is there. Basically, it is worth it, to be honest. For $10 to eat there, it is very much worth it. So you can decide for yourself. To be honest, you can come here, try it a few times. If you don't want to take and invest from now itself, and then if you find it good for yourself, you can just buy the whole meal plan for the semester, or for number of meals count. You can buy like 10 meals, 20 meals, 30 meals, like that as well. And then you can just swipe your one card when you enter, and then once you are inside the cafeteria, you can eat as much as you can. You cannot take parcel, you cannot invite guests. It is only for you, and then as much as you can eat, it's good for you. And if you're someone who eats a lot, go for this meal plan. It is very much worth it. Okay, so that's the tuition fees and scholarships and general expenses. So now, why did I speak so much about these things? Calculate these things on your own for your program and see how it suits you. If you have a lot of money to spend and you do not care about money right now, then obviously choose the best university, choose the one with better ranking, choose the one with better area, choose the one with better everything. But if the money is an issue for yourself, choose wisely which is more valuable for your money, and then that's where these brainstorming thing comes. Okay, so you need to decide, you need to plan everything. So that's what I'm trying to make you understand here. So go see your program, search which one will cost you how much, plan your finance budget accordingly for the whole 2 years, not for one semester. Plan it well, bring that much money, make sure that you have that much money, and then plan it accordingly. Okay, that's one thing. Now I would talk about I talk about tuitions and scholarships. Now if you decide to stay off campus, so I covered that in the previous video, but again in this one I'll generally talk, because let's say that you do not go with housing and meals for yourself. So in that case, if you decide to stay off campus housing ranges from $350 to $600, sometimes $650 for 1 month, per month in the rent. Sometimes it can include utilities like electricity, gas, and Wi-Fi, I think so. But again, somewhere it will cost you around $350, including nothing in utilities and pure rent. And you can pay $100 or $150 on top of that for utilities, which I do. So my expenses for the utilities plus rent of this home, which comes on the little lower side in this general area, and it cost me around $450 to $500 per month. As compared to on campus, whoever stays there, he has access to everything, like a room on a shared basis, electricity, Wi-Fi is I think included, but they pay around $900 to $1,000 per month. So that's the difference. And if you even decide to stay on the higher side of off campus, it can cost you around $650 to $700 maximum, including all the utilities, all the things that you want to have in your home, and that will cost you maximum $700. But the benefit is you can cook anything. You won't get gas or kitchen in university. You won't get microwaves, you won't get anything like that. You won't get laundry, which we have in off campus. Plus it's a lot of freedom to stay off campus. So if you choose that thing, your budget can go from $350 to $700 in the range somewhere if you get a good home, right? And you can share with your friends and many options. But again, that's the thing you need to go. So I would tell you $700, keep $700 minimum, or maybe not, $500 on average and $700 maximum for your housing, and $300 for your food. $300 in any case is enough for 1 month's grocery. If you are not too much like not like eating every day some fancy stuff. So if you don't do that, if you're going to cook yourself, if you're going to buy groceries, $300 is much more. It's more than enough for you, for one person, for a month. So I would say $1,000 rent, utilities, groceries, cooking, everything. You cannot exceed $1,000 even with a good lifestyle. I won't say party every night. I won't say even living like a beggar or just eating on like crumbs every day. You will have a good life in $1,000 per month expense, right? So that's how you can plan your budget. You have the tuition fees now, you have the living expenses, which just rounded off for $1,000. You will end up paying less, I'm sure, but keep $1,000 for like in an estimation for the per month. So that's it. So that's the cost for your per month living expenses, tuition expenses. That's the two things you need to consider when you are deciding Clark University or any other university, the expense related to that, right? So that's the thing. Now the third point, which is very much important, I spoke the ranking in the first point itself. Again, just go and do a little bit research about your program rankings. Talk to your seniors if you can get in touch with within your programs. Search them on LinkedIn. Be polite. Reach out to them with questions. Okay, when you reach out to someone on LinkedIn, do not do hi, how are you? Don't do that because they don't know you and no one replies to that. Be very specific what you want to ask. Reply them, hi, how are you? How are you having a good day? I am this. I have this question. Just post that question which you want to get answered from that particular person. So because that person won't reply you most probably, hi, how are you? How can I help you in the first place? Just post your question. They might reply you directly with the answer. So that's the best way to get in touch with someone with whom you're looking to get some answers. So reach out in that way to anyone who's on LinkedIn. But I would definitely recommend reach out to your peers, reach out to someone who's already pursuing that program, and be very polite and be very good when you communicate with them, because it is also important for the other person to read your questions and then feel like replying you, and it doesn't feel like too much questioning, right? You get my point. You just ask them for your help and then post everything that you want to get answered. Do not post hi, how are you in the first place and then expect them to reply and then you post your questions. Don't do that. It's not practical, right? Now, third most important thing is the alumni network of your university. So why is alumni network important for you in whatever college you study? See, what happens is post graduation you need to find job and you need to find better opportunities for yourself, and that happens by good connection, good network. So the way it works here in US is that in fact someone asked me this on the YouTube comments of yesterday's video, that how is the campus placements here in universities of US. So I think I'm correct on this thing. I have no idea that colleges provide on-campus placements. So college is not responsible to provide you jobs or internships in any way. They make you ready, they provide you with education, but it's your responsibility to find job afterwards, and that's where the connection helps out. So if the if your university has good alumni network, you can reach out to them being a graduate student of that university, and then probably in any connection or career fair, those alumni could help you to get any opportunities or interviews in those particular companies. So that's where alumni network helps. Plus again, that shows the background of the college itself. If it has great alumni network, great people passed out from the same university, and they are doing good, probably you will also be looked with the same eye, and that's where the alumni network helps out you a lot. So look for that for other universities which you have got admit to. Now I'll talk about Clark University. So to be honest, I don't have too much idea about Clark alumni because I have not looked into it too much as of now, because it's just first semester. And when I was choosing to select Clark University as my university, I looked for few of them. I found few of them interesting, and then to be honest, I did not care too much about that particular point, because I know that I would be able to find a job or find a better opportunity for myself based on my experience. So that was my case. But if you're someone who's a beginner who has no industry experience, it is very much important for you to consider this point, that if the Clark has good alumni network or not. Now, that was my case. I would tell you that Clark does have a good alumni network, and it does have some good connections in the companies which can offer you better opportunities once you're done with your graduation. But now again, I would say that when you see the Clark alumni network, so you can see Clark's network, you are not seeing your department's network. So department network is different. Someone graduated, someone who's doing good, let's say in Google, and he was a Clark pass out. So let's say he studied in SPS department, for example, right? So now he is a Clark alumni, but he was in the SPS department. So he won't be too much of a help for someone else, I mean Clark student itself, but from another department. Maybe that's the case. I have no, like, I'm not exactly sure, but you get my point. Like, the alumni network should be of your department or someone like that. So you have to look on the program level as well. How is the Clark alumni network? For our example, I think it does have some good connections, but it is not too much, because I have spoken to my seniors. I'm watching my seniors right now who are graduating from data analytics, who are graduating from computer science background, IT. They are also trying to find internships. They are trying to find jobs. I think so. I'm not sure. Again, don't take my words like 100% for this thing, because I'm looking for those things, informations. But I think so. Out of everyone who graduated, at least 60% of them have got some job. They are doing some good jobs, and few of them have definitely reached out to good places. So definitely they worked on hard on their own. They might have got some connections from Clark alumni or career fairs that happens from the university. So these things happen, and they did find some good jobs. So I think it is not that difficult, but again, it is also depending on the individual person's hard work as well. So that's what happens. Second thing, campus placement does not take place. Company do not come to colleges to pick you after you graduate, which happens in India. We have campus placements. It's colleges' responsibility to invite companies and organize a campus placement event, in which of course companies come, they hire you based on your grades, marks, or any particular test, which actually happened with me too. When I graduated in 2015, I did BSc IT from National College Bandra. TCS, Infosys, Wipro, everyone knows it, to be honest. If you're coming from Mumbai or any city sorry, any state from India, you know that campus placement happens. So in my case, TCS hired me, Infosys hired me, Wipro hired me back in 2015. I chose to go with TCS because they offered me the offer letter the earliest, and that was a good decision for me. But that's what happened. Like, after my graduation, college was responsible to place me in some good company, and then if you have some good marks, good caliber, good interview, you get hired, and that's what it is. But that does not work here. College is not responsible for your job after your graduation is done. After the graduation ceremony, you are all on your own. Plus, you can have, if you have good connections with alumni, if you have good connections with people who are into the industry, you might get an interview. And if you are good in that interview in your own skills, if you have the skills, you will get a job. So 2 or 3 things are important in this thing. You should have skills first of all. So work on yourself while you are pursuing your master's degree, because it is important. Even if you have great connections but no skills, it might be difficult for you to get a job. Second thing is, while you are pursuing your master's, do build meaningful connections. And when I say meaningful connections, reach out to people, be welcoming, show who you are, work on yourself, and then build connections. Like not just reaching out to and saying hi, hello, but like trying to work together, trying to know each other. So that can work in the long run if you have good connections. Third thing is probably maintaining your professional life very well. Like let's say, I mean, of course, completing your graduations successfully, maintaining LinkedIn profile perfectly, continuously posting on LinkedIn, or at least putting yourself out on the social media, LinkedIn specifically for the professional world, and letting them know that who you are, what are you doing, and building your portfolio in the sense when you are actually going through some master's program, so which can be helpful for you once you graduate. So these things could be helpful, and that's how you can land up a good job once you are done with masters. But bottom line is, campus placements does not happen in universities, and it's not anything new in Clark University. It is across US, I'm sure. You have to work on yourself, and the better you are, high chances are that you will land up a good job. Opportunities are there. It's just you need to be ready for yourself, and then yeah, just do your best, and I think you will get it. So that's about the post-graduation job opportunities. Apart from this, I think what more I should talk about. Why would you choose Clark? So this is it, and I think one of more important point, again I forgot to mention, the place where you're gonna be living, like the place where the university is located. Actually, that is also very important. For example, let's say you go to University of California, so that's in California, right? UCLA, that's in Los Angeles, I think so. That area is expensive, right? That area is expensive. Your time that you will spend there will be much costly than the time that you will spend doing your masters in some place like Worcester, because it is relatively cheaper to stay there as compared to stay here. So that's the difference. So just compare on these things when you choose for any particular university, and I think you will be good to go. Safety wise, look if the place is safe or not. So if you compare to any other city, Worcester, where we are right now, I'll be honest with you, it is safe. As I said in my previous video, it is safe, and it depends a lot on you as well. If you are in your home, let's say you're not going too much outside in the night, and that too, even if you're going, you're not going alone. And even if you go, you maintain like proper group and proper travel mode, not walking too much in the night alone, because this is a quiet city. It's not too much lively in the night. Everything shuts down after 8 p.m. or max to max 9 p.m. It gets dark earlier, and it is a bit risky to go on certain areas in the city itself. So it is not recommended to go too far in the night from the college campus itself. So it is that way. It is what it is. And then that's how the city is. It's just quiet. It's just a little secluded in the night time. In the daytime, it's pretty much good. It's you just keep things to yourself, and then maintain your own stuff, and I think you'll be good to go. We are coming here to study, and then just focus on your stuff, and I think it is a safe place by then. If you are getting involved into too much extra things which you're not supposed to do, you are like at risk everywhere. So that's what it is. So I think you have to keep that also in perspective, and based on these points, I think now just go back and look at your options. Clark University, I gave you all the information on these particular points. Now compare all these particular points or some more which you can think of for the another university also which you are getting admission to. All in all, at the end of the day, choose the best, because this is a very crucial decision to make. It depends, like, to be honest, your life depends on that. The next 2 years which you're going to spend on this thing is of course crucial, and you should invest time and energy to find the best university for yourself. Just do not go where everyone else is going. Do not go with the like only the last option remaining. Don't do all those things. Be sure why you coming to Clark University. Maintain an expectations, and just see how that thing is going throughout. And then again, have a positive mind. You will definitely end up doing good in life if you follow what needs to be done, to be honest. And I think that works well. I mean, for me, first semester was nice. I would be honest with you. Given my experience, again, as I said, in the data science background, I found the course pretty much basic till now. It was not too advanced. It is basic till now. But as I said, it could be different for someone who is complete beginners, because I have friends who are complete beginner and they find it challenging. So in that way, the course is good. University is nice. And you will definitely have a lot of things to do once you reach Clark University. There are many clubs, there are many activities happening almost every second week. There are many events happening in the Clark University itself, and you are free to explore. You are free to do stuff that anyone is organizing anything in Clark University. And once you reach to Clark University, you are not just, okay, remember this thing, I learned this thing from International Center. A few friends are there who are supposed to like welcome us and then have a good environment for us. So they told me, and I'm going to pass it to you now, that once you come to once you come to Clark University, do not consider yourself just a international graduate student of that particular course. You are a Clark student. Now you are free to explore anything, experience anything, and be a part of anything, any event that Clark organizes, unless it specifically mentions, okay, this particular event is only for undergrads, this particular event is only for graduate students. Apart from that, you are free to explore, you are free to take part in anything. Just put yourself out for everyone else in a good way, build connections, be welcoming person, and be a person who everyone wants to be with. So it's very good when you do and you follow these things. To be honest, it was very nice of the last 6 months for me personally. I did explore a lot of things and I was able to make good connections. I do have good friends circle here. Again, depends whom you hang out with, how much you put yourself out. And I think for now, for me, it's going very good. And I myself am looking for the next fall semester, and everything's fine till now. I would talk more about how to register for classes, how is this education system here overall, how to plan your whole roadmap for the 2 years. I will talk more about how you can choose your subjects for per semester, how does the semester system works here, how does this spring, fall, summer semester works here, because that's very confusing given our Indian education system and US education system. So that's very confusing. I was confused when I reached here. I had like multiple meetings with my academic advisor to get it completely understood in my brain, and then I can plan my roadmap. For me, now it is very clear. I'm going to make one more video after this because this video could be too long otherwise. So I will make that after this one. So I think it's enough for this video. I hope I was able to help you out with few things with this video. And if you found this helpful, of course, do like it, share it with friends who are also going through the same that you are going through. Share it in your groups wherever people are discussing and want to know more about Clark University or universities in US generally. And then I hope it was helpful. Comment your questions below this video, below the previous videos, and feel free to comment it, because the more you comment your questions, the more I would know what exactly to talk about. The more I would be motivated to make these videos, because it does take a lot of time to make these videos, and it does take a lot of time from the schedule that I have to create such videos which is informative, because I definitely want to help people who are coming, because I know it's important. Information is very much important for someone who's coming far from India all the way to US, and then having a better idea of where you are going, what to do is definitely very helpful. I know that. So I'm willing to put more effort and time into this. Please support it and subscribe to the channel if you're watching this thing. Share it with your friends. Like the video because it helps me as well. And then comment in the end. Thank you very much for watching, and then have a nice day. I hope this was helpful. Take care.